Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Q Love. Q Love. I want to go and tell y'all a story about what happened to me when I was 17 years old, when I almost hit a little girl. Yeah, y'all be Q Love almost ran over a little girl. Ain't that something? But I had a girlfriend, and her name, we're just going to call her my girlfriend. I really don't have any problem saying names, dropping names and stuff like that because I want y'all to be able to go back and clarify these stories. So, but I don't want to embarrass nobody, so I'm going to at least be mindful and considerate of other people's feelings. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, even though I'm going to hurt your feelings anyway, especially when you know these stories is your ass. But anyway, I'm going to say this. I was 17 years old. I had a girlfriend. She had a sister. And the sister wanted to learn how to drive. At that time, I had me a Cutlass, sitting on some 30s, Vos. It was really nice. The Vos was actually what made the car look nice. Without the Vos, the car looked actually crappy, to be honest with you. But it was a Cutlass 88 Supreme, but it was white, red top. It was nice. It was really nice, especially when I put the rims on it. But it wasn't. It didn't have dents and stuff like that on it. It was clean actually. There was no dents. There was no lights hanging out. But anyway, you get the point. Never get on to the story. So anyway, my girl's sister wanted me to teach her how to drive, so I told her I will. So we picked a day. I drove from Fort Worth all the way to this little small town, and so the sister get in the front passenger seat, my girl's in the back seat, and now as I'm driving through this parking lot, the apartment's parking lot doesn't have speed bumps in it. So I'm driving probably like 5 miles per hour, and that's pretty fast, driving. And while I'm driving, I'm toying with the radio a little bit, so I don't have my eyes fully focused on my left. But I'm seeing in front of me, but I'm not really seeing in front of me. I'm just participating or anticipating that there's nothing in front of me. But I'm like, you know how we do it. I'm a youngster. I'm 17 anyway. But how while I'm doing this, the sister say, "Q, watch out!" And when she say that, I react and I, I looked up and I see this little girl. This little girl, probably 7 years old, and I swerved away, and she pushed back on the car. And when I looked in my mirror to look behind me, I saw that she was still standing. I'm like, okay, cool. So I kept on going. Oh, the mother did not like that at all. She did not like that. So I drove to another apartment complex where the lot was clear so I could teach the sister how to drive. And as I got out the car, there's another car just came speeding up. And the a black woman got out the car. She cursed me out. "You saw her, mother, you ran on my daughter. You didn't even stop to see if she's okay. You mother, I'd have killed you. This, that." I'm like, whoa. Now, it was crazy because I'm living in Fort Worth, what we call Funky Town. And the stuff that I was involved in, the life that I was involved in, was not a very heavenly Father lifestyle. And I say that it was a lot of gang banging going on. I didn't gang bang, but I was affiliated with gangsters. And so when they got into some stuff, I got into some stuff. And I keep finding my stuff in some stuff because they was always in some stuff. And I always had their back. I wasn't going around throwing up signs or anything like that. I just had my homies back. And I had homies back that were Bloods. And I had homies back that was Crips. They was my homie because we was from Eastwood. And the Eastwood guys, we kind of clicked and stuck together on things. So I didn't care what color you wore. I just cared about who you was messing around with. But anyway, so um, my mentality was like this: if anybody threatened me, or if I feel like a threat was imposed to me, my thing was I want to get you before you get me. That was my thing. And I didn't care that you was a woman, you know what I mean? If you threaten me, you can get it too. I didn't care, you know? And this woman threatened me, and this bothered me because at that time I did not have my pistol. I had to throw away my pistol. Only thing I had was a knife at the time, and I know I was slipping, and slippers counts. And so I'm sick in the stomach because this woman just threatened me. So we return back to the apartment complex, and there's a police there. The police asked me, she didn't catch me getting out of my car. So she gets there and she tell me that I can't drive the car if I don't have a driver's license. She don't want to catch me in the car anymore. And so that was that, you know. That, and then the police left. Oh, the mother did not like the fact that the police didn't put me in jail, didn't do anything to me, you know what I'm saying? So the mother, black woman, in this small little town, I'll provide y'all documents, because this was the first time I caught my case. It was the first case I called in my entire life. So the mother called her family members. And so I'm laying down in the bed. And while I'm laying down in the bed, my girl, little brother come in and tells me, Q, there's like 1,000 black dudes out there that want to jump you. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, they were like, woo, woo. And so, you know, because I'm laying in the bed because I'm sick of this woman threatening me. I'm sick of the stomach. I'm feeling really lightheaded, you know, over the fact that I'm not allowing this woman to get away with threatening me like that. It's really bothering me. And so I'm like, what? And then my girl's sister come in there. She was like, ooh, cute. This dude put his hand in your girl's face. You know, she said her name though. And he would tell her he gonna kick her butt and all this other stuff. And he gonna kick your, you know, they don't use the word butt, but you kind of get where we're going with it. With the words, I know I'm trying to keep it so they don't get tagged, this video. So anyhow, so now I'm like, what? You know, you messing with my girl, you know what I mean? So then my girlfriend coming there with a little sick puppy look on her face. I like, man, what's up? What happened? And she was like, nothing. Just don't go outside. Ooh, I mean, I like, man, the hell with all that. I don't give a dang if it's a million dudes out there. You don't disrespect my girl like that. So what I do was, I don't have my knife on me. My knife is in my car. So I need to get to my knife because I ain't about to get jumping and I don't get my man. I'm at least got to get my man. I got to at least get him. If they all of them get me, I at least got to get that guy to put his hand in my girl's face. That's the only thing that I was focusing on. So I went to my car. When I went outside my car, it was like a whole football team of black guys. It was just, I mean, it was probably more. There was definitely more guys than that. It was the whole lot was full of black people. And then they seen me, and I hear them, oh, you boy, because she said, there he is right there. And I'm walking to my car. I just glance over there, but I'm walking to my car. I get in my car, I hide my little knife in my pocket, put my shirt over it, and I say, now which one of y'all put y'all hands in my girl's face? And this guy said, I did. And I said, man, don't put your girl, you know, you're putting your hands on my girl face. Ooh. So as he coming towards me and I'm going towards him, as soon as he get close enough to me, we go at it. And so I'm fighting him. You know, I don't even grab my knife. I'm fighting. I'm just boop, 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 boop. And next thing you know, I just feel kicks all on top of me. You know what I mean? Because as I recall, I have him on at the bottom. He was at the bottom. I was getting the best of him. But then they start kicking me. And I just like, dang. And they was kicking me. But when you have a lot of people trying to hit you all at one time, you're not really, I don't know. I didn't really get that messed up. But when I realized I'm getting beat down, I said, oh, I got my knife. So I grabbed my knife. And when I grabbed my knife, well, there's a part two to this. There's a part two to this.